Ladies and gentlemen, all around and in betweenies, how you doing? I'm Banjo. I have a vision, and I'd like to share that vision. I am in this recording. I'm going to be half addressing my clerical and consultation crew, and half addressing somebody that might be coming to the situation new and interested in what's going on, or maybe somebody's gotten a hold of you and said you need to pay attention to this. Um, I ha- I have a vision, but as my mom would say more appropriately, the vision has had me. I've been working on this for 12 years, and mm, very, very often I find somebody that says, okay, you're working on the same thing. I've got a really big picture in my head about how it all fits together, and I've got some notes here that I'm going to be addressing. Um, and I'm going to try to keep it smooth and relatively quick, even though it's a expansive thought and vision. So why don't I jump right into it? What you see behind you, please, is not part of the video. I'm moving right now, and I'm blessed to be in a space that can host me in this process. Um, so what this vision means to me, it's a it's all inclusive. What this vision means to me is it's an opportunity for freedom, expansive freedom, freedom of expression, freedom of need, and an opportunity, the possibility of being able to, if you're in the organizational aspect of it, you're in the business of making dreams come true, and if you're in the participating aspect of it, or even in the receiving aspect of it, you're in a position where you are making a living off of pursuing your dreams, pursuing your passions. And I feel like, for me personally, and if this harmonizes with you, I want you to feel that passion and feel that harmonization, and even get a hold of me, even. But I feel like where the freedom that I want to achieve for many, 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 many people is the the freedom to explore self-expression fully and completely. And and through this, i i i, I can't see a scenario in which you and everybody being full of life and full of love and having the freedom to express themselves and making a living off of it and being supported to do it isn't going to make the world a better place. It was the my wife talking in my ear last night. uh, Tonight we would have been doing a Zoom conference with the consultation and clerical crew to make this happen. And I keep saying this; it's kind of vague. I call it the Revolujahs and the Medicine Show Revival, and it's an idea that's expanded over the last 12 years. But she was the bug in my ear that said, "You know what? The Not many people are going to be able to join the Zoom conference, so why don't you make a video?" And while we were talking about this video, she she explained in a very, very poignant way how so many people are not content, and the people that have found contentment, they've found enough money for things to work out in their life, and they're holding that space for themselves, and they're satisfied with that. But they but that's what they have. They have that. And what we want naturally is a little less so of monetary contentment, but something more. uh you know if you don't have that monetary contentment, if you haven't found that wealth, we're all in the same position where we're trying to figure out how it's all going to come together. Whether you're looking at the status quo of the world, or the finances, or the politics, or what have you, there's something amiss. And I'm not going to dive into what it is, except for I can tell you what I want for myself, and what I want for my family, and what I want for my people, and what I want for the the people I have nothing to do with. And that's, I want people to be full of life and in a position where they can pursue being full of life, unlimited. And and I believe I have an answer. It may not be the ultimate answer. I believe I have a key. Now, I just participated in this thing called the Landmark Forum. I've been looking forward to it for a long time, and it doesn't have anything to do with this currently. But they ask you to to make note of what you want out of Landmark Forum before you go into it. What would you like to get out of it? And that there is what I want for you to go into this thinking about. What could you get out of this? And I'll use an example. A friend of mine, very very awesome and epic and wise friend of mine, who I've brought onto the CCC, the consultation and clerical crew, to help me figure out some of these voids. I have a big vision, but I don't have all the answers of how we can pull it off, and that's what I'm looking for right now. Is I'm looking for the team that's going to be able to fill in the voids so we can make this work for a lot of people. But they said, they've expressed that something that they would like to see is uh, a positive impact on the national debt. And they've gone into a few ideas on how that may happen. Now, I'm not completely educated in the aspects. In fact, I'm in debt myself, and I'm pulling myself out of debt. Uh, but that being said, here's we're in national debt. You know, uh, and not only are we in debt, but 1933. Again, I don't want to go super far into it because you might notice a couple places where I'm uneducated on the matter. But to my understanding, 1933, a bill was passed that turned these bills from gold backed things into debt notes, and you, the citizen, into a what's called a debtor in possession, not an owner. You're not an owner of your property. You're not an owner of your vehicle. You're not an owner of these things. You're a debtor in possession. What we have that we're passing around, we're working for, is debt notes. This is a dollar bill. It's $1 bill. It's a debt note. $100 bill. It's a debt note. You work yourself for it, and then you get that debt note, and you can't pay a debt with a debt note. So every time you pay that $100, believe it or not, then the country is actually going into a little bit more debt. And one of the ways that this could be fixed is if we used something else. And there are people going through large links to be able uh, to uh, be able to make an impact on that. Whether it's these gold backs, this is a Nevada gold back, or whether it's a cryptocurrency, whatever have you. People are going through great lengths to be able to make a positive impact on that. But through this, I could see an opportunity in which we could also, um, to our members that are buying in to what we're doing, let's trade them a little piece of something that they can hold on to, that's not debt to be passed around. So this is just as an example. Take it or leave it. We could take it or leave it, but it's an idea. So in that idea, what I'm saying is, think about what you could get out of this. Your deepest desires. Where How could this serve your deepest desires? Whether it's to be able to serve other people, whether it's to be able to serve yourself, whether it's to be able to make an impact in a grand scale. Listen and see. Could this be a way that it could support your dreams? Because I believe the all inclusiveness of this is you know can make anything possible. Naturally, let me get into it. It says, so here's the vision. We got the Revolujahs and the Medicine Show revival, right? The Medicine Show revival, real quick. So it's a revival of the Medicine Show. The Medicine Show was something that was going on during the Prohibition era, in which these bootleggers and doctors, uh, natural remedies, but maybe even some of them weren't doctors. Maybe they were just showmen. They would go from town to town in their horse-drawn buggy and put on a free show to bring out the locals, and that was their medium and the avenue to be able to sell their health elixirs, which commonly could have been bootleg liquor and cocaine or heroin or whatever have you. Now, the Revolujahs and the Medicine Show revival is, we're not bootleggers and we're not drug dealers, but the medicine that we are condoning and sharing is that of community. We want we're community builders. We want to tighten the bonds of community and inspire uh, personal resilience, and through personal resilience, inspire community resilience. Now, we have a little bit of a game plan, and I want to preface this. This is a call to action. I want your I want your involvement. I want you to find a way that, if you're inspired and you say, I got the time for this and I can help with the organization and I got the brain for this, or whatever have you. I want teachers, property owners, philosophers, craftsmen, uh, you know religious people. I want anybody that can see the harmony in this and can harmonize with this vision to let me know. Uh, One, like this. Two, I'll give you something to subscribe to. Subscribe to it. Three, you can donate if you like what you're hearing. Four, get a hold of me. Let's share ideas. This is an opportunity for us to co-create. So often are we settling in this discontentment, going, man, I wish something could change. And oh, how do we make it change? But if there was only some way to work together, well, this is the call to action. Let's work together. um so here we say it. Here, I've expanded on the vision a little bit. uh what I've expanded on so far is the Medicine Show revival. Now, we got four aspects of the Revolujahs and the Medicine Show revival. Number one is the consultation and clerical crew. Everything runs through these brains that can make this operate. The second is the Revolujahs. The Revolujahs is a network of properties and people across the country that unite over the common goal of building a foundation in which we can live and make a living off of pursuing our passions. The Next, we have the Levoluyas. The Levoluyas is a nomadic construction company. And stay with me, and then we have the Medicine Show revival. Now, here's uh here's the layout of the idea. And there's a lot I can only expand on trying to keep this in about 20 minutes. There's only so much I can expand on. There's a lot more. So the Revolujahs, we're talking about making potentially, is it a nonprofit? Is it a club? Is it a ministry? I'm thinking it's a ministry. I am a reverend. I like to go by the friar, means brother, sibling. So the Revolujahs is this thing that accepts monthly tithings from our members or neighbors. And what we do with those monthly tithings is we pay the consultation clerical crew and the Revolujahs. The the consultation clerical crew is this entity in which a property owner could get a hold of them and say, here's my vision, here's what I want to do with my property. This is my mission statement. Now, a mission statement is essentially um, this is who I am. This is what I'm about. This is how I want to serve a community. This is how I want a community to serve me. This is my boundaries. This is my wish list. This is what I want to achieve. So they get a hold of the consultation clerical crew, the CCC, and says, this is my mission statement, my vision for my property. And the CCC says, well, is that going to be an adequate place to hold that vision, to hold that mission? And what are all the other things that we need to take into consideration to pull that off? And they work with the property owner. Now, once the CCC gives the go ahead and the green light, the Revolujahs comes in, this nomadic construction company, and they bring the materials and the skill, and the CCC takes care of the licensing and the insurance and so on and so forth. And they say, and they help build this property in accordance to the mission and vision agreed upon by the property owner and the CCC. What that does is it puts this property on the network of properties around the country. I've got a little visual aid. You know, as we're going along, we can see we got. I know it's going to be backwards for you, but we got a venue, a camp, an artist residency, a work trade. Everybody's welcome here. We got amenities here, musical, mechanical, community, and all across the country. We have these little stops where you're never more than a day's travel from somewhere you can genuinely feel at home. And with your membership, your monthly tithing, you helped build this network of properties around the country. And so the Leveloos come in and they help build it. And after they build it, the Medicine Show Revival comes in and throws a week long festival on the grounds. It's educational workshops during the day and entertainment in the evening, and mostly free. Aside from what may come after hours, maybe a burlesque show or whatever have you, but we do educational workshop, primitive skills. We've even had workshops where somebody's teaching how to brush their teeth. We've had workshops where a physical therapist is teaching musicians how to stretch their bodies to avoid chronic pains that a musician will get specific to their instrument. Whatever you could think to come and teach. These are our workshops during the day. And then in the evening, free entertainment, bring them all out. And what that does is not only helps us teach personal resilience, it also helps us build that community and teach community resilience, much less in our big variety show, right? We got karaoke one night, we got a movie night the next night, we got talent show, gong show, but on Friday, Saturday night, we have the big variety show. And what happens at the variety show is comedy, music, make you laugh, make you cry. It's beautiful, it's elegant, it's incredible, it's outlandish, but it's also intertwined with comedy that helps teach resilience, personal resilience, such as how to spot a uh, benign pattern that has been running you for a long time and how to beat that pattern. Oh, I've been in an abusive relationship for so long and I always react this way and they always react that way and that's the way we do it and that we've been doing that for a long time. But what happens when you put a clown nose on in the middle of that fight? You interrupt the pattern. There's so many different aspects, like our friend the Squid Lady down in LA. The Squid Lady is a neuroscientist teaching people how to think about their decisions. Stuff she says she went to college to figure out when they should have been teaching it in elementary school. Stop, question, understand, imagine, decide. Squid. You know, so in our variety shows, again, we're teaching community resilience, and this is where our mission statement for the Revolujahs and the Medicine Show Revival comes from: empower, educate, and entertain. Right. So this is very short explanation of what's going on. There's so many more aspects of it. Like, um, what is the Medicine Show Revival really? But a essentially bohemian caravan where if you are roadbound and you're looking for somewhere to belong, you have a community that you can travel with, and your needs are met and you're in a safe space, and we teach people how to address uh, uh, personality clashes and in a healthy way, how to not take our own thoughts personally, and how to be there for the participating in the positive outcome, and what more is how do we hold accountability for each other, but everybody should have a mission statement. um so there's so many more aspects of it, but what I'm feeding you here is a little piece of my inspiration and a little call to action that says, let's create something incredible and outrageous and amazing and impactful for so many people together. I'm going to leave you at that. I would love to see likes, comments, so on and so forth. I get it. Everybody thinks I'm a cult leader, but um, if you look up definition of cult, you'll understand that Sam's Club is a cult. And here's what you got to understand about me, Mister the Friar Banjo, like the dog Youngblood, is I don't drink Kool-Aid, and I'm not going to buy Kool-Aid for other people. I uh, I might wear an orange robe, but it's mine, and I'm not buying other people's orange robes. And thirdly, um, if you want to be in my cult, you gotta pay your own gas and keep up with me. It's a really difficult cult to be in. But I do suggest that we maybe start a cult union to regulate the rules. Like, um, you know, everybody has to take a break from their cult every once in a while, and so on and so forth. But anyways, that's for another thing. I'm really in it for freedom. I hold a vision in my head daily of everybody I know and everybody that they know, full of life, loving their lives, smiling, loving life to the fullest extent that they can love it. And that's what I see, and that's what I want to see, and that's what I'm here to help create. And I think we can do it. I, I, I can't see another reality. So thank you very much. I'll share this. My phone number. It's 541 579 9950. Again, Banjo Youngblood, 541 579 9950. I'll share my email address, bookingbanjo at gmail.com. It's really easy. One more time, bookingbanjo at gmail.com. And I want to see some likes. I want to see some, get a hold of me. Let me know what you're thinking. Give me thoughts. And I'm, I'm probably going to make another one of these. And, um, yeah. Anyways, thank you. I love you. I'm all about it. And let's can we do something epic together? Cheers.